on those wooden benches. It still rains, but it's okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm here as a person to motivate you for hackathons, and before that, I want to thank sir. You already shared a lot of things about the RIDE initiative that the college has. Just an FYI, opening a startup is not an easy process. There has been a lot of things in the industry that you have to take care of. It's not the software thing only. You have to take care about finances, you have to work with lawyers, corporates, so many other things. And if this initiative is helping you do that, as sir said, I mean, most of your pains are already solved. So just focus on tech and then apply for the RIDE initiative that the college is giving out. It was not there when I was part of JV. So I wanted to talk to you all about software engineering. So just a show of hands to get to know the crowd. How many people here like CP or computer programming or DSA? 30% people know like DSA, right? Okay, how many people are into development or know about front end, back end, JavaScript, Python, kind of things? Okay, a few of them as well. Okay. And how many of you don't like software engineering are just here right now? Okay. So, see, what happens in software engineering is that it is not about DSA or computer programming or just cracking the interviews, right? It is about engineering on its whole. What you learn over here right now about databases or networking or operating systems, it might be very boring, and I used to give a lot of hate speech as well at my own time. I didn't like it at all, by the way. So, but when you start working on production level applications, that is when you realize that these concepts, they are more of problem solving in our industry, right? And nothing is tough. There is no theory. There is no mugging up to get numbers in, your T1, T2s and all of those things. But at the end of the day, you are trying to solve something. And that's where the hackathon comes into the picture, right? It's not about the cash prize. By the way, cash prizes are very good. Remove a few zeros, that is what we had in our one time. But it's all about solving the problem when you're building something in the hackathon, right? It's creating something that is unique, that solves a problem for the end user, and then you have fun building it. It's always about the learning of tech, and there is so many things that you can do in tech in today's world. Being in college, you have a little less exposure, but right now in this industry, when you have LinkedIn, you have so many bhaiya didis all over YouTube, you get to know a lot of concepts that are there in the industry, from back end to front end, DevOps, databases, distributed computing, so on. Give you a little bit of brief background about myself before delving more into this. Before starting my own startup, I started my journey here in 62 itself. There was a company known as Innovation. I'm not sure how many people know here about Innovation. It's a health tech company. When I joined it, it was a very small company, probably 15-20 engineers working on some healthcare suite of problems and all. There was a product over there which had a hard-coded flow of the logic for every single client. Now imagine hundreds of files in Python for every single client out there, right? The first task was to build a process or a language which can query any database out there. So you would have heard about Postgres, you would have heard about MongoDB, you would have heard about Elasticsearch, and so on, right? Now think about one single query language able to query all of that. And it's basically built in JSON, simple. When you think like it's a query language and you have to build so much, it gets very complex, it gets very technical, and then you are like, oh, I can't do it. It's not my forte, right? But when you actually break it down into small steps, you understand how a JSON system works, how your code works, you actually tend to build that systems very quickly. That is where the innovation comes into the picture. You have to actually not go to ChatGPT, not go to the AI. Yes, AI is here to support you, to help you out. Even I'm building a no-code platform. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to understand the technology part of it. You don't understand how the technology solves a problem. Why do we use a database, for example Mongo, or why do we use Postgres? It's not about the select star problems. It's about solving a problem that requires an in-depth solution, I would say. Moving from my journey, I did not study for my interviews again. I did not like DSA. Yes, I was in how, but DSA was not my life, I would say, right? It was all about solving something that is critical. So based on that, when I was switching my jobs from innovation, I got multiple offers and all, that's okay. But I joined LinkedIn and I joined the Data Hub team of LinkedIn. I'm not sure who knows here, but there is something known as graphs. How many people here knows graphs, what they are? Ever worked with all that DSA algorithms, BFS, DFS and all of that in trees? I'm sure everyone has done, right? So when you think about that, it's more of a interview space. You think, why should I learn trees, right? But when you think about social media network, like I was working with LinkedIn, I was not working exactly on that LinkedIn.com code. Behind the scenes, there was, I would say, a knowledge graph of everything. A graph where a database is connected to a service, is connected to a PowerPoint presentation, is connected to jobs you may know, and so on, so on, so on. And how is the data flowing from one service to the other? Now when you work on this application, you understand why DFS and DFS are important. Where should we use a stack-based DFS? Where should we use a queue-based approach? What is the importance of algorithms? Even a single O of n solution, if you do it O of n log n, how is it going to impact you? Because I was working at 2 exabyte scales of data, and that is 2 trillion gigabytes of data processed in 30 seconds. So imagine the compute that you were kind of using that time, right? So that is where you tend to focus on things. You all are going to, work on hackathons, do a lot of projects over here as well. When you are working on all of these projects, everyone wants to think, okay, I'm building an Android app. Now, when I'm building an Android app, how should I connect it to a backend layer? Probably build some APIs. When you think about APIs, you only Google that, okay, I should write some fast API code, or I should write some Node.js code, right? That is easy. But what you need to understand in building a hackathon or a startup right now is what gives you that extra edge building those features and what makes you learn those features. It's not about the cash prize. It is not about, winning it. There is so much investments out there that you can get for startup. There is the whole initiative I guess I was talking about. 20 lakhs is a big amount, right? And it is easy to get it. You're not giving anything out. You just have to win the hackathon. That's it. So that's one thing. Second, even if you don't win in the hackathon, right? Everyone thinks about interviews or cracking the interviews, lead code, hacker, I don't know what these days, it's okay. But what you will learn is you will learn the concepts that yes, as a fresher, even if my firm is hiring, we don't look for competitive programming. We don't say that, okay, please apply, we'll take your interview, we don't have the time, we don't have the bandwidth. But yes, if your resume says that I have worked on X technology, I have built Y project, and Z is something that I am working on, Docker, Kubernetes, DevOps, AWS Cloud, Kafka queues, I'm not sure, there's so many things out there right now. But when you talk about these things, the companies will come for you. It's not like the companies are not hiring. Every single company, if they are laying off, they're hiring at the second phase as well. Okay? Everyone is getting jobs, provided you have the skills for it. and it is not theory that you have to understand. It's a game for me. I actually started building a game when I started my software development cycle. It's still on Google Play, by the way. But yeah, so when you're building a hackathon, just go deep. Don't try ChatGPT for everything. I know you can check it out and all. Just go learn from how the docs can help you, why you should build a X system in a particular way. Why do we need a database? Why do we need a cache like Redis? It's all about going into the depth of your software engineering. That's it. That's just it. Right? So yeah, happy to help you out, give you some ideas on building startups, hackathons. That's all about it from me. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Please give a huge round of applause for that wonderful speech by our esteemed alumni. Now, we also have in the house Ashutosh Kesarwani sir and Gaurav Shukla sir, who are also our successful alumni in their respective fields. So please welcome them with a huge round of applause. Now that we have set the tone for this accelerating hackathon event, let us delve into some of the guidelines. Please welcome sir with a huge round of applause.
Hi. So, we will not talk about technology, कि वो कैसे करना है, DS पढ़ना है, हमको पढ़ना है, नहीं पढ़ना, whatever. उसके लिए you have professor, they will tell you exactly कि क्या करना है. Let's talk about the importance of this hackathon. That why this is important and why we should do it. So let's say आज से 10 साल पहले मैं भी ऐसे ही बैठा हुआ था ऑडिटोरियम में यहीं पे एंड आई वाज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द इम्पोर्टेंस कि अभी जो ये मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ इस हैकेथॉन में व्हाट आई कैन अचीव द काइंड ऑफ कलीग्स एंड फ्रेंड्स वी कैन बिल्ड इन दिस हैकेथॉन हाउ मच दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट. So let's say I would say when we are doing this, you should think mostly that from a bigger perspective, that how let's say I would say there is two major parts that why you do hackathon. Let's say one is that from the learning perspective, that you will say कि okay, what all the things we can learn from technology perspective, trying all the different kind of things. Secondary, you can choose it from as an entrepreneur perspective. कि okay, that what startup I should build, what idea I should have, and what you should basically build as a product. So this is a great platform, I would say. You should start whatever you are thinking. You have great mentor over here who can evaluate your product, who can let you know that okay, what is the wrong you are doing. So it's it's basically sharing a great stage all together, I would say. So yeah, that's it. If anyone have any questions, so we can, if sir's allowed, so we can have a Q&A section as well. If you have any questions around, let's say how better you can do in this hackathon, or what you should do as in product building and stuff, so we can talk about that. No? Okay, alright, thank you very much.
Please give a round of applause for that talk by our very own sir. Now I would like to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir to also present our memento to Mr. Gaurav Shukla sir and Ashutosh Kesarwani sir as well. I would kindly like to ask the Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to declare RIDEHack 24 as open.
RIDEHack 24 is open. Thank you.
Now that we have set the tone for this exhilarating event, I would now like to invite Sanvi Sharma to explain all the rules and guidelines related to RIDEHack 24.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great today. Let us go over the general info of the hackathon. First of all, this hackathon is open for all students of JP Higher Education System. The startup idea can be in any domain. Selected teams for funding will get the seed money up to 20 lakhs. This hackathon will take place in 4 phases. Phase 1 will take place at JIIT 62 at respective campuses of JP Higher Education System. Selected teams from Phase 1 will participate at JIIT 62, which is to be organized in the beginning of the academic year 2024 to 2025. The prize money for this phase is first prize of 1 lakh rupees, second prize of 50k and 50k each, third prize of 25k and 25k each, and special cash prizes for the best teams from all the 4 education systems of JP Higher Education System. Phase 3 will take place after top 50 teams shortlisted from Phase 2 have advanced for probable funding. Phase 4 will take place when selected 30 teams will present their plans, and if their plans are potential startup ideas, they will get up seed money funding of up to 20 lakh rupees. Phase 1 will occur from 19th April, which is today, to 21st April, which is Sunday, at here JIIT 62 campus. Here are the rules for the Phase 1 hackathon. Only students from JIIT are allowed to participate in this hackathon. Students will be present in offline mode in the college auditorium with their teammates throughout the hackathon's hacking week, which is 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. IST on 20th April and 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST on 21st April. Participants must bring their own laptops and other necessary equipment. The organizers will be provided with unlimited internet access. However, if you're a MacBook user, you need to bring your own port extender. Students are expected to be familiar with the usage of Git and GitHub because this will help us to monitor your work progress. This is also to reduce the chances of you blatantly copying other projects from the internet. Evaluation will be conducted in 3 levels: idea evaluation, which is to be held today, mid-evaluation and final evaluation. Mid-evaluation will take place tomorrow at 2 times, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. There won't be any food provision by the organizers. The Annapurna, which is the hostel mess, and the cafeteria are open to all students to buy their own food. The evaluation will take place in 3 phases. The first one is idea submission in the form of PowerPoint presentation. This evaluation will be in qualitative mode. Second is idea feasibility and utility. Implemented modules will be evaluated. And the third is percentage of completion alongside plagiarism check. That's all. Happy hacking.
Now that we have understood all the rules and guidelines of RIDEHack 24, I would like to invite our very awesome student coordinator Shivang Sharma sir to tell you all more about OSDC and the overall event that is RIDEHack.
Good evening, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all here today to RIDEHack 24, a 48-hour hackathon focused on the exciting theme of Build Your Own Startup. My name is Shivang Sharma, and as the student coordinator representing the open source developers community, I'm truly honored to be a part of this incredible event. We have an amazing journey ahead of us over the next 48 hours. full of innovation, creativity, and the spirit of entrepreneurship. Today, we bring together a talented group of participants, judges, and esteemed guests who share a passion for technology and startup culture. Thank you all for joining us and for your dedication to making this event a success. Now let's take a moment to explore what open source truly means, as it lies at the heart of what OSDC stands for. Just imagine you have a big puzzle and you and your friends want to build it together. Everyone gets a few puzzle pieces and you all work together to fit them into the big picture. Let's say if someone finds a missing piece, they share it with the group and everyone helps put the puzzle together. Open source is like building a puzzle with friends. Instead of keeping the puzzle pieces to yourself, you share them with everyone so you can all work together to finish the puzzle and enjoy the final picture together. Everyone contributes and it becomes a fun and shared experience. This collaborative spirit is at the heart of RIDEHack 24. Over the next 2 days, you'll have the opportunity to dive into building your own startup, using your creativity and skills to tackle real-world challenges and create innovative solutions. You'll work alongside like-minded individuals, learn from each other, and push the boundaries of what's possible. This hackathon is not just a competition. It's a platform for you to explore new ideas, experiment with different approaches, and potentially launch the next big startup. Whether you are an experienced developer or a newcomer to the world of coding and entrepreneurship, this hackathon offers something for everyone. Take this opportunity to connect with peers, judges, and an esteemed guest. Share your knowledge and insights, and don't hesitate to seek advice and guidance. Embrace the process of learning and growing together as a community. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Enjoy the challenges, celebrate your successes, and learn from any setbacks. This hackathon is your chance to make a mark both as individuals and as a team. Once again, thank you all for being here today. Your passion and dedication make this event truly special. I'm excited to see the incredible projects and startups you'll create during RIDEHack 24. Best of luck to everyone and happy hacking!
A round of applause for Shivansu's very inspiring speech. We have concluded with the opening ceremony and the evaluation will commence in 10 minutes. Please note that you will have to present your idea to the panel of judges here at the round table, and you will be given 2 to 3 minutes to present your idea and how you plan to implement it. It would be beneficial to you if you keep your explanation brief, and in case of any doubts, you are free to post them on our Discord channel or ask them here to any of the coordinators or CT members.
Okay, thank you. So, reiterate कुछ चीजें बता देते हैं हम लोग. Rules are very much clear. Prize money and all the 4 phases are very much clear. But the phase 1 जो आज से लेकर के Sunday evening तक है, there will be 3 evaluations. First evaluation right now. All the evaluations will be done at this center table. 3 tables at this place, 3 tables at this place. So total 6 tables. And some evaluations will be done at this chair area. All the faculty members of Department of CSE IT and Department of Electronics from both campuses of JIIT will be there throughout the 3 days of this hackathon. और अभी से वो शुरू करेंगे. First phase is your just 2 to 3 minutes description what you are doing. आप क्या कर रहे हो वो बताना है. Not in form of PPT. PPT you might have prepared. Keep it with you. We will get it deposited later. But before that, you need to get it discussed with the panel members that I am doing this thing. And if there is some suggestion and why I am doing this thing, that you need to justify, explain. Any suggestion, if required, that will be given by the panel members to you, and then your implementation will start. So from right now it's 6 o'clock, we have the target to get it completed by 7 p.m. We have sufficient number of evaluators. So 2 to 3 minutes time you are having for your phase 1. After that 7 p.m. you are supposed to develop your project at your respective places. Tomorrow 1 p.m. you need to come here. आज की तरह नहीं चलेगा, 10 मिनट 15 मिनट लेट हो गए तो इट विल नॉट बी देयर. आज लेट हुए हो आप लोग या डिफरेंट टाइम इंटरवल्स में आए हो, ड्यू टू दैट वी कुड नॉट मेंटेन आवर attendance sheet. That attendance sheet is also necessary because we have made this attendance compulsory for the second year students. So you need to mark your attendance present here. ठीक है, तो अभी जितने evaluations यहाँ पे आपके होते चलेंगे, हम उस समय में आपकी attendance sheet maintain कर रहे होंगे. Tomorrow 1 p.m. sharp attendance will be taken and you are supposed to get entered. Development will in the offline mode will continue from 1 p.m. onwards tomorrow. Before that online mode में आप अपने development कर रहे होंगे. Mid evaluation is scheduled tomorrow. This will be over by 7 p.m. So आज का evaluation आपका 2 to 3 minutes का होगा. Mid evaluation 10 to 15 minutes के राउंड का होगा कल आपका. And the final evaluation which is scheduled on Sunday. So you are supposed to come here by 9 a.m. 9 a.m. आप अपनी attendance mark कर रहे होंगे. We will start discussing and each team will be evaluated by a panel. It will take near about 25 to 30 minutes to get the evaluation done. So सारी चीजें evaluate होंगी. So hopefully all of you are very much aware about all the norms, all the rules and the timeline. जो deadline है 5 p.m. means it must be 5 p.m. हमने प्लान किया था, हमें 6 बजे स्टार्ट करना था, बट हम चाह रहे थे कि जल्दी खत्म करें, जल्दी आपका evaluation स्टार्ट हो, so that we can get it completed by 6:30. But आप लेट हुए, हमने स्टार्ट किया 5:30. हमारा हाफ एन आवर early the innovation. हम 5:30 start कर सकते थे evaluation, we can get it finished by 6:30. So you might be free by 6:30. But अब आप 7 p.m. जा रहे हो. It will not happen tomorrow. 1 means it will be 1. Okay, thank you. So team names will be announced by the coordinators and the teams are supposed to report to the respective panels. Panel will be seated at this place along with this chair area. आपको अपना पैनल बताया जाएगा कि आप इस पैनल में पहुंच रहे होंगे. Thank you. So it will take 5 to 10 minutes to start the process of evaluation.
कई बार बना लेना आप किसके साथ कर रहे हो? कार्तिक के साथ. चलो आ जाओ आप सर आ रहे हो. चलो किसके साथ है तेरा? तेरा किसके साथ है? चलो एक पकड़ो दोनों साथ में